The idea of oil, the idea of the US taking Kharg Island has very much come to the fore over the course of the last day or so. Donald Trump has mentioned it on several occasions, in person, in interviews, and also on social media. At one point, he said that he wanted to take the oil. It said it was his favourite thing to try and do. And as you mentioned, that is a key export oil hub for Iranian oil leaving the country. However, Donald Trump also said that some stupid people back home are warning him against the possibility of a ground invasion and the possibility of seizing that oil. Lots of things that could go wrong. There are fears that it could claim American lives if there are boots on the ground. There are fears it could raise oil prices even higher. But also Iran is warning that it would punish its regional partners forever. So the possibility of more retaliatory strikes. And while all of that takes place, Donald Trump has also been speaking about the discussions that are ongoing. This is what he had to say about the latest in the rounds of talks with Iran.
We've had very good negotiations today with Iran, getting a lot of the things that they should have given us a long time ago. We'll see how it works out, but they're very good. Moving along very nicely. It was a big day. And we are negotiating with them directly and indirectly.
Obviously, bear in mind, that's a very different story to what the Iranians are saying. They are saying that indirect talks, direct talks, those have not yet taken place. But there is the possibility of a meeting in Pakistan later this week. But still, the US president is putting out those mixed messages, talking about escalation, but also talking about diplomacy. And in a social media post, first thing Monday morning here, he said that the United States, even though it was in serious discussions, was looking to escalate the conflict, saying that if the Strait of Hormuz was not reopened immediately, and if a deal was not reached shortly, the US would be targeting electric generating plants, oil wells, and mentioning once again Kharg Island. So the potential there for escalation still very much at the forefront.
Mr. Trump, of course, promised his supporters that he would not start any wars. I wonder how this conflict is being received by his MAGA base, his supporter base.
Well, that's exactly it, Jamie. He promised that he would not get involved in forever wars. Bear in mind that during his first term, he signed that deal to extract the United States, finally, from the war in Afghanistan, which then happened during Joe Biden's term after 20 years of intervention in the country. He promised not to re-enter such wars. But during his second term, we've already seen military intervention in Venezuela, now in Iran, and bombing campaigns in Syria and Nigeria. There are cracks beginning to show in his MAGA base, many of whom are saying that the US should not be involved in these sort of conflicts, that they should not be carrying out military action. And overall, we know about 3 in 5 Americans are very much against this conflict. We saw massive protests here in the United States, but also in Europe during the course of the weekend. These No Kings protests against not just interventionism in the Middle East, but really against Donald Trump and the way that he's running the country and the way that he's interfering in other countries' affairs. Plenty of protests, plenty of worry, but also from some of his hardest line supporters who are now saying enough is enough.